Hey all you cool cats and kittens, what's up? It's Sierra and welcome back to my channel. But seriously, comment down below if you watched Tiger King, because I feel like almost everybody watched it and everyone has so many mixed reviews about it. I certainly thought it was entertaining. So today is Sunday, so I'm bringing this video to you all for Stay at Home with Sierra Sunday. If you didn't know it's Sunday, then you're not alone, because all the days kind of string together now and every day kind of feels like a traditional Sunday. You wake up late, you wear pajamas, you have cereal for dinner, which is what I just did. And just wanted to say from the bottom of my heart, a quick thank you to all of our essential workers, the people who are working in healthcare, the nurses, the doctors, people working in pharmacy, the people working in grocery stores, banks, firefighters, policemen, and everybody. So thank you all to those people who are still working, because the world goes on because of you. So thank you so much. But for the rest of us, we are just doing our part by staying home. So hence, here we are, we're Stay at Home with Sierra Sunday. So I wanted to give a brief little update about Disney, because I know so many of you love Disney and you love hearing about the park and updates and what's happening in my job working at Disney. And in my last Disney video, it's so funny, I'm literally wearing the same sweatshirt and I'm sitting in the exact same position I was for my last Disney video. But essentially, so when Disney first closed because of the COVID-19 crisis, they announced that all of the cast members were going to be paid through the end of March, because when this first got announced that everything was shutting down, there was no like end date in sight. It was kind of assumed that it would be soon. I think people were really hopeful, but people hadn't really grasped the severity of things yet. And as of now, Disney is closed indefinitely until further notice. Now, when people say indefinitely, that sounds like forever, and that's not the case. I know that Disney, as soon as it is safe to do so, they are going to open their doors and bring people back in, because it is, I mean, it's the happiest place on earth. You want to get people there as soon as possible, because I think it's such a symbol of hope and such a symbol of like community and togetherness and, I don't know, dreams and magic and all those things that I think will bring sort of that life we need back to the world. And I think Disneyland is such an icon for that. So as soon as Disneyland can open, I know it will. But as of right now, Disneyland is closed until further notice, and they did announce to us several days ago, I think it was on around April 1st-ish, they announced that we would be paid through the 18th. And then after the 18th, we would be considered furloughed. Now, what furloughed means, I wasn't really 100% sure what it means. Furloughed essentially means that you are temporarily laid off with no pay, but you will have a job to go back to. It's essentially just like a pause button on your job. You're not terminated, you're not laid off, but it feels that way because you're not getting paid and you're not going to work. But that's going to be the case for me after the 18th, and with all cast members and even salaried cast members too. A lot of my managers are going to go through the same thing after the 18th. They're not going to be collecting paychecks either. There's a lot of people who are really upset about it, but I'm not. You know, I am so grateful that Disney closed on March 14th and they've paid their cast members through April 18th. That's over a month. And I think that's pretty commendable, honestly. And I realize in some alternative universe, there is always more that could be done by a company. But considering how, let's just say, some of the things I've witnessed from other companies that my friends have worked at or that I have worked at, that I am very disappointed on how they handled things. And really, I think, showed the company's true colors. I do believe that Disney has really done good with this. I know some people, when I talked about this on Twitter a little bit, some people said they brought to my attention some of the stuff that happened with the college program in Florida and how they were all let go very abruptly and were sent back to their home countries. And I can't really comment on that because I'm not a college program student. I didn't experience it. I've only heard hearsay. Some of the rumors I've heard don't sound so good. But again, I'm not super knowledgeable on the subject. I only want to speak on what's personal to me. But I do address that there have been some major concerns there. But for me, I am, you know, I have applied for unemployment and I've been accepted. I know a lot of other people in my situation have, and hopefully with the stimulus boost that the unemployment is going to have along with it, it's going to be livable for everyone who's filing. I know that the unemployment office is completely inundated right now. They're getting like on average 115 to 130,000 applications a day, which is insane. So yeah, things are pretty crazy with that, but I just wanted to say that yes, I have been furloughed with Disney. I'm not fired. I do have a job to go back to, and yes, I was laid off at my restaurant job, so I will not be going back to that job after this is over. But you know, new possibilities are opening up for me. I'm having some new thoughts about my career and directions I want to go, and I'm feeling pretty inspired about it. I think this downtime has really given me a chance to sort of like go to the very back of my mind and open some boxes and some possible doors and possibilities I hadn't really thought of yet. So more to come on that later once I have sort of framed it into a more, I don't know, hashed out, eloquent, put together way of discussing it. But anyway, I'm feeling okay about it. I'm feeling really grateful to work for a company like Disney that does care for its employees and is making a lot of steps in the right direction. And like my boyfriend Jason, he works for Disney as well. He's also part of the Disney Aspire program, which is a program that allows cast members to go back to school, and they reimburse you for all of the costs. And Jason's actually getting his master's degree through it right now, and they are still going to keep Aspire going throughout all of while the employees are furloughed. Aspire is going to continue. Same with the 401k and their benefits programs, and all of the people who have healthcare through Disney, that's all being continued as well, which is just, it speaks so many volumes over some of the companies that I'm just gonna say at my other job, my restaurant job, they sent an email out to employees on March 31st saying that all employees, their status was going to be changed from furloughed to terminated as of March 31st, and that all health care that people had through the company and all benefits of any kind would all be terminated as of March 31st. And that email was sent on March 31st. So that was very disappointing. I just think that it gives your employees no sense of preparation or anything. But yeah, in summary, I'm still working for Disney. I won't be paid after the 18th, but that's okay. I have filed for unemployment and I'm doing all right. My boyfriend's doing all right. Our cat's doing all right. And our families are doing all right. So I'm really lucky. I'm really grateful in this scenario. Yeah, I'm going a little stir crazy and I miss like hugging my friends and going to crowded bars and being on the beach and all of that like crazy, but the least I can do in a time like this is stay home when there are so many people risking so much more. So I'm trying to just reframe my attitude about it every day. And I do have down days. You know, I have really bad days sometimes where I will just like get so in a fit of despair and I will just like cry and like lay in bed and just feel miserable. And so if you're having days like that, so am I. You're not alone. And then I'll wake up the next day, maybe it's a little sunny, or maybe I'm feeling a little more positive, and I'll go for a long walk, and I'll read, and I'll bake something new, and you know, I feel a lot more inspired. And you know, then the next day I might be feeling really down again. So just know that I'm feeling really positive today, and you know, I try to always share positivity in my videos with you guys, because it's something that is one of my core values, is, you know, looking on the bright side, looking for silver linings in every dark tunnel. And I really want to assure you that I am not always like this, and I do have bad days, and especially during this time with someone like me who is so social and so outgoing, that I am really struggling with just staying home all the time and not doing my normal things. And I miss working. I miss contributing to society in the workforce. I wanted to share a couple of things that I have been doing to stay busy that I have found really fun. The book I'm currently reading is Anne of Windy Poplars. Now this is the 4th book in the Anne of Green Gables series, and I'll show you the thing that I ordered. I have this boxed set of all of the Anne of Green Gables books, and so I am on number 4, so that goes right there. So got 4 more to go. I have loved them so far. I love reading series because I hate when you get to the end of a book that you really love and there's no more. So when you get a series like Harry Potter or this Anne of Green Gables series, and you've read 1 or even 2 and you're like, oh, this is so great, and I love the way this is written, and then there's 6 more to go, it's really exciting. So I'm currently cracking through. Like I said, I'm on book 4, so once that's finished, I'll go over to my new books. But that's been really enjoyable for me. I've been baking a lot more and cooking, definitely trying out some new recipes, and also learning to bake from scratch. I previously was always baking from mixes, but because one mix pretty much does one one batch of something and then you have to go buy another mix. I got all the ingredients to bake from scratch, and everything is gluten dairy free, but I've been making all of these amazing things from scratch, like my brown sugar banana blondie bars. That is an alliteration mouthful. Something else I've been doing, and this might sound a bit overkill, but I've been cleaning my whole house. Well, I say whole house, it's a 1-bedroom apartment, but I've been cleaning my whole apartment once a day, every day. And it sounds a little obsessive, and I do have a couple of like OCD tendencies in the way that I love to keep my space neat as a pin, but it's really helped me with my headspace. I've noticed that I have a really hard time feeling mentally clear if my space is not physically clear. It's sort of like an association thing, and if my bed is not made, or if the kitchen has dishes everywhere and I'm in a head funk, it's so much harder for me to get out of it if my space is not clean. So by just routinely cleaning my space every day, it's been really helpful to me to sort of, you know, combat some of those bad days a little bit better than if I had a messy space. So I've been sweeping the floors every day, wiping down all the countertops, always folding all the blankets, making the bed, putting all the throw pillows in the formation I like, organizing anything that was left out the night before, putting my books away. So it sounds like a lot, but I really maybe spend 30 to 45 minutes a day cleaning, sometimes an hour, but around 30 to 45 minutes, but it makes such a difference to me mentally. So if you resonated with anything I said, try really pushing yourself to clean every day, because it's made such a difference for me. I've also been trying to every day either go on a long walk around my neighborhood or just walk around like the downtown area around here. Obviously keeping my distance from people and wearing a mask, super important. But I've also been doing at-home workouts. I did post a video about this. I'll link that right there for you. I've been doing Orange Theory Fitness online workout videos at home, and I even sometimes skip through the intro where they teach you how to do it, and I just go to the part where you do it, because you get to see them on the screen doing it, and you can kind of do a 30-minute workout in like 22 minutes, and it's great. It's really good for toning, just feeling good, getting your heart rate up, and going on walks. So just doing a little thing like that per day. I try to, you know, not make it too long, because I don't want to overwhelm myself, and if I make my goals too lofty, then I don't do them. So I try to keep them realistic and be like, oh, I'm gonna do toning work, like toning exercises for 20 minutes, and like that's not so bad. I also started a 1,000-piece puzzle last night. I did a like chapter story adventure board game with Jason that was called House of Danger. That was really fun. It took us like 3 days to finish it, so that was definitely a good thing to do. Oh, and the other fun thing I've done with my time is I made a TikTok. I wanted to not do it for the longest time, but I did it. It's Sierra Michelle Green, same as my Instagram. Go check me out on TikTok. I will put a link to it in the description box, so go check it out. Give me a follow if you're on TikTok. I personally think my videos are pretty funny, but so does everybody else who makes them, so you can let me know what you think yourself. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Just wanted to update on what's going on with Disney and my jobs and my life and me, and a few tips and fun things I'm doing to stay busy. So just wanted to throw that all your way. Pick and choose from it what you will, if anything stuck. And if you guys have a recommendation for a stay-at-home with Sierra video, please go ahead and throw it down in the comments below. I always love hearing your suggestions. Thanks so much for watching this video. Stay safe out there. Love you all so much. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye!